Hello and welcome, my skeleton friends, to another episode of Clique Theory. It's been way too long since I posted a video, and I apologize, I really do. It's just that life did the thing where it got really hectic, and I did the thing where I put so much of my time and energy into one project, my Blurryface album Theory, that I ended up really burnt out and unmotivated. But the spontaneous months-long hiatus is over, and the Clique Theorist is back. Now, I know this isn't a part 2 to the Blurryface theory I've been working on, and that's because it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would to take it apart piece by piece. However, that theory is still in the works, but I figured you guys had waited far too long for another video, so I decided to flesh out this theory that has recently caught my attention for you guys. So sit back and relax, everybody, because this one is a bit of a stretch, but once I give you my evidence and analysis, I think you might like what I found. So while I was on hiatus, I spent a good amount of time going through all your comments on the videos I've done, reading your theories and disputes, and writing down your suggestions. A lot of you seemed interested in the theories and analysis of older songs, so this video is for you. We're going to be diving into the lyrics, themes, and context of Forest. Forest originally made its debut on the album Regional at Best in 2011, and since then has been a pretty big fan favorite. It was included on the setlist during Vessel-era tours, and even made an appearance in the late but great Old Song Medley on the Emotional Roadshow tour. Rest in peace, Old Song Medley, you will be missed. Most old 21 Pilots songs are lyrically very blunt and obvious, so I'm a bit shocked that I hadn't reached a solid conclusion about the meaning behind Forest before. I decided recently to sit myself down and go through the song line by line. It starts off pretty obvious with lines about wanting to be listened to, or having a stomach with food poisoning in your brain. A little grotesque, but a very clever extended metaphor for mental illness. Kudos, Tyler Joseph, that one took me a minute. But what really caught my attention and made me think was the line, "Does it bother anyone else that someone else has your name?" Now, we could take that at face value, as I'm sure I and many others have all this time, to mean there are other people on this earth who share our exact same name, making us less special and different. That's a fair assumption, but the more I thought about names, the more it became less about a title and more about an identity. Identity plays a pretty important role in 21 Pilots music, whether we're the few, the proud, and the emotional, a whole room of these mutant kids, or the first to come to mind when thinking about names, Blurryface. The first thing that makes me think Tyler is referring to Blurryface, or whatever vague concept/idea Blurryface is in this point in history, when talking about someone else that shares his name, is another iconic moment in which someone is introduced by name. My name's Blurryface and I care what you think. But beyond that, the idea of your fears and insecurities and demons being a part of you is nothing new to Tyler's writing. They're one of our two faces, they share our names. Another literal hint at Blurryface in general comes from the rap, and I'll admit it's quite a big stretch, but I thought I'd mention it for my fellow extras. I don't understand why everything I adore takes a different form when I squint my eyes. Has always struck me as a kind of weirdly specific but very poetic line that I just didn't understand until I really thought about it. What happens to your vision when you squint your eyes? It gets blurry. Again, I'll admit that this is a definite reach, but I still found it interestingly specific. Now, all these little details got me interested in what other hints he could be dropping, perhaps without realizing it, as we aren't really sure when he solidified Blurryface as a character, though what he represents has always been present in the music. One that especially stood out to me was the line, "Something happened in my imagination." Tyler refers to his imagination in Heavy Dirty Soul, or closer to the time Forest was written and released, the street poetry video, and that his imagination had been infested. So the fact that a vague something has happened in his imagination sets off some warning bells for the next few lyrics. Oh, and when you parallel this something to the infestation he talks about in other songs, the rest of the rap gets even creepier. The situation's becoming dire. My treehouse is on fire, and for some reason, I smell gas on my hands. Okay. First of all, gas on your hands is a safety hazard if I have ever seen one, so please do something about that, Tyler, for the love of God. Second of all, for some reason I smell gas on my hands. You mean you don't know how it got there? Are you kidding me? So from what you're telling me, Tyler, and correct me if I'm wrong, you set your treehouse on fire, and then you forgot that you did that. How do you forget about literally setting something dear to you on fire? Okay. I'm concerned, but I'll continue. Because let's be honest, that isn't where this theory ends, with Tyler Joseph suffering from some sort of short-term memory loss. Oh no, it's much darker, because he didn't set his treehouse on fire, which explains why he's so confused about the gas on his hands, why he thinks the situation is so dire at all. Tyler didn't set the treehouse on fire. Blurryface did. And is this really even the first time we've seen Blurryface set something on fire? Think about the car in Heavy Dirty Soul. It bursts into flames. Tyler doesn't do that. He's not taking the car apart piece by piece as he's chilling in the back seat. Yes, everyone, I was just as excited and terrified that my ride theory was pretty much proven correct in that video, although it kind of freaked me out. But now, Tyler, you really have to step up on your cryptic game now, because I'm on to you. Blurryface did that. The treehouse, the car, they represent parts of Tyler's mind, his memories, his childhood, or you know, the thing that is constantly barreling toward his friend, drumming in the middle of the road full speed ahead every few minutes. And are we really surprised that Blurryface would set parts of Tyler's mind, or places he's physically present in, on fire? After all, who is Blurryface, and why does he want me dead? But hey, that's just a theory. Okay, hang on. So you may have noticed that the intro to this video was a bit different, and that's because I hear you, my fellow game and film theory fans. I know I did kind of steal away those lines from MatPat, mostly because when I started this channel, I didn't expect it to take off. I just created these videos to share with my friends who were interested in the same crazy theories I was, and I never really anticipated the over 4,000 subscribers and upwards of 20,000 views on some of these videos. That's insane to me. So thank you for watching, and apparently for being just as invested in the weird and wild lore and backstory to the 21 Pilots discography. But now, it seems pretty clear that this channel and these videos are much bigger than just some fun things to share with friends. So I guess the format's gonna have to grow with that. And that's exciting to me. I really am so pumped that you guys like these theories and want more. So stay alive and stay street, my skeleton friends. I'll see you next time on Clique Theory. Thanks for watching.